Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for OSRS. Now this week we have Wintertodt updates and Varlamore drop rates. There is a little PSA at the very beginning, and what they are just saying is that they acknowledge that there's been a lot of maintenance lately, but there is still more work to be done. And thanks to the efforts improving their infrastructure starting this week and going forward, there will be no downtime during game updates except for major content launches. Today there was a time where things were down for a little bit. And it was down for about 45 minutes. And don't mind my camera. I don't know why it's doing this, but it's like going right on my skin for some reason. But yeah, so everything's good. It's just so you keep wanting to do more and more maintenance. However, the changelog is that the Wintertodt updates are here, so the warmth meter has replaced the hit points as the resource you need to keep topped up. This means that the Wintertodd's basic and special attacks do damage to your warmth instead of HP. I definitely gotta fix that camera. Two new sets of the sprouting roots, one on each side, are added to the lobby, which can be used to gather bruma herbs. Picking bruma herbs in Wintertodt no longer grants farming XP. The reasons for this change is to avoid introducing extremely low effort on demanding farming XP methods. Added a drink option to the rejuvenation potion, which will restore 30% of your warmth per dose, totaling 120% for the full potion. This meaning that you'll be able to keep yourself topped up indefinitely if you'd like. To prevent accidental potion consumption, they added a left-click help option to the pyromancers, incorporated various additional sources of regeneration into the warmth system, such as Heal Other, Redemption, the Reagan Bracelet, and the Hit Points Cape. The following items all now count as warm clothing: Wolf Mask, Earmuffs, Cape and Goggles, Woolly Hat, Bobby Hat, Jester Hat, and the Tri-Jester Hat. Added a slightly longer cooldown on being interrupted by the Wintertodd's magic base attacks while fletching your bruma roots into kindling, such that you'll be guaranteed to fit a few fletches in before interrupted and not having to deal with the string of interruptions that do little beyond frustrate. Converted supply crates to the reward pile for every crate you would have earned or every roll you would have gotten. In cases where you might obtain a significant number of points and therefore have a crate with multiple loot rolls, you'll get another search added to the reward pile. You can now track how many rewards you've claimed for the Wintertodt directly in the collection log under the Wintertodt tab. When you enter the Wintertodt, a warming clothing indicator message will appear, notifying you if you're below the 4-piece warm clothing cap. Further, Varlamore, the Rising Darkness improvements. The high cattle drop rates. So, the soil page drop rate has been increased slightly, and quantity has been increased from 30 to 80. The high cattle high drop rate has been significantly increased, and now also drops 2 to 3 instead of 1. The following drop rate apply after increasing the drop rates for these new non-uniques. Base quantity split based on contribution. So the Hyaska seeds 20, so it's about 1 in 34. Soiled pages 80, about 1 in 13.6. Uniques, base chance to roll on the unique tables 1 in 23. This scales by their contribution and is individual to each player. Unique chances when rolling on the table are the Dragon Hunter Wand, about 1 in 9. Tome is about 1 in 4. High Coddle Hide is about 1 in 1.5. Other High Coddle drops: the Herbert, which is the base pet chance scaled by contributions, 1 in 400. Close Scroll Hard, 1 in 50. Tooth Half of Key, Moon Key, 1 in 150. And Exiled roll drop rates: the Glacial Tomatali, 1 in 100. Pendant of Attis, 1 in 25. Clue Scroll Elite, 1 in 200. Moxie 1 in 3000. Worm Agility Course, base pet chance, basic, is 1 in 28,503. Advanced course is 1 in 25,406. So still quite a bit of difference between the two. The Hyakotl changes, aside from improving the drop rates, they also managed to change a little bit more. Empty and charge totem of the Earth versions now share a placeholder in the bank interface like other totems do. Fix an issue where the personal best time broadcast for killing Hyakotl wasn't showing in the clan channel, and players can no longer prevent being kicked down the mountain when the Hyakotl fight restarts. Mastering mixology changes. They're rebalancing the master mixology to better reflect the time and effort involved. You now get a bonus points for submitting multiple potions at the same time, so here is how it works. An extra 20% bonus for submitting 2 potions orders at one go. An extra 40% bonus for submitting 3 potion orders at one go. A new toggle button, always deposit to potion store, has been added to the bank options view. This toggle has been 2 settings. Enabled, potions will always get deposited to the potion storage regardless of which tab is open. Disabled, potions will be deposited into whichever tab the player has open. Other changes consist of the fixed an issue where the scroll down of the chugging barrel wasn't working as intended to view the loadouts at the bottom of the configuration page. Updated the loadouts interface to show the availability of doses in the potion storage. This can be set to red circle near the potion, indicating that it is not found neither in the potion storage nor in the bank. Goading potions are now correctly mentioned under the Harlander section of the Gillinor Flora Herbs book. Fix an issue where the closing of the bank of the potion storage tab open prevented item deposit elsewhere. Potion storage now expands in height correctly when tabs are hidden. Updated tab style selections to a drop-down input in the options menu. Reorganize the toggle buttons in the options menu for better clarity. Files are no longer consumed with withdrawing potions directly into the chugging barrel. Increase the click box of the AGA lever to make it easier to interact with. The Colossal Worm course changes. Based on feedback, they made the following changes to the Advanced Worm course agility. Increase the obstacle XP from 62 to 70. Increase the XP on completion from 325 to 358. And this should increase the XP per hour of the advanced course from about 40k XP to about 44k XP per hour. Increase the termites gained on the advanced course obstacles from 8 to 10 8 to 10 to 12 to 15. For further clarification, we'll check out below. Miscellaneous Varlamore changes. Brutal blue dragons, baby blue dragons, and blue dragons in the runes of Tapo Uic are now all consistently weak to fire as intended. In the Heart of Darkness, they added a different dialogue to make it clearer when a trial is being reset upon failing to pick the traitor. Fix a bug where players were able to teleport Camtorum before meeting the requirements. Fix a bug where players could finish the Witch's Potion quest with the Cauldron on Aldarian. Fix the bug where clicking the CKQ code on the Fairy Ring travel log wasn't automatically inputting the code. Other changes. Mortmire fungi will now go into the open reagent pouch automatically as you pick them from a log of Mortmire. Ancient brews and Menophyte remedies are now correctly mentioned under the dwarf weed section of the Gillinor's Flora herb book. And PvP Rhoda has moved to period B 560 UK PvP 319 US Bounty Hunter 579 US Kairos PvP 561 UK free to play PvP 580 US LMS competitives and World 390 AUS LMS competitive and 569 AUS Bounty Hunter have been deactivated with this Rhoda. The PvP arena is using 1 defense, pure loadouts, and ranked duels for tournaments this week. Now, there was one thing that we were going to be checking out here. So let's scroll down in here, see a little bit more of the the exact, and I believe it had something to do. Okay, yeah. Like I'm looking at the information. There's not really much more, but it does say here for the Colossal Worm Agility course, to clarify basic course obstacles and obstacles shared between both courses, retain a termite quantity between 8 to 10. So if you receive the termite based on these obstacles, you receive that amount. However, any termite received on the advanced course obstacle will be between 12 to 15 value, meaning you should see a noticeable increase in termites gained when repeatedly doing the advanced course. So that's the major difference, is if you have, I love how it has a little bit of shadow in its spine. If you continuously use the advanced course, you should get the higher value, but otherwise you do get a slightly lower value. But that is it for this video, guys, so thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, later, guys.